All right, friends, it is time to draw for our next stitch in the blanket. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel and see what the next stitch is going to be. All right, and we drew the raised stitch patterns. So let's draw or spin for our stitch number. And so let's also draw for our color or spin for our color. Remember, these are the colors that we are working with. These were just left over from another project that I started and never finished. So I'm really hoping we spin this jelly bean color, the green one, because we haven't used it yet. And I think that we need it to start to tie in the blanket because we've used our variegated a lot. But anyways, I digress. Let's spin for a color. And it appears the roulette wheel is not in our favor today. We spun aubergine, so we're back to this maroonish color. So we're going to attach that to our last row using the same method as before. So these are the last 2 stitches of the last round, and we're just going to attach our yarn by pulling through those last 2 unfinished stitches. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn. Okay, so we just chained 1 and turned. The first thing we're going to do is place a single crochet in the first stitch of the row. I'm going to tighten that up and then mark that stitch with a stitch marker. And then I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to skip 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and then I'm going to place a single crochet in the 3rd stitch. Then we're going to chain 2. We're going to skip 2 stitches, and we're going to place a single crochet in the 3rd stitch, chain 2, single crochet in the 3rd stitch, and we're going to do that all the way across. So one more time, we're going to chain 2, we're going to skip 2 stitches, and we're going to do a single crochet in the 3rd stitch. So do that all the way across, and then meet me back when you get to the end. Okay, so after you've gone all the way across, you just did your chain 2, you'll skip 2 stitches and you'll go into the 3rd stitch, which is the last stitch of the row, and do your single crochet. Okay, and then we are going to chain 3, mark the top of that chain 3 with your stitch marker, and we're going to turn our work. So after we chain 3 and turn, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 double crochets into this chain space. So there's 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets. And then we're going to do a front post double crochet, and we're going to do it around the single crochet from the previous round. So we're going to yarn over just like you would in a normal double crochet. For a front post double crochet, we're going to be working around the stitch rather than in the top of the stitch like we normally would. So we're going to insert our hook down, so front to back, around this stitch, and we're going to come up from back to front on the other side of it. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop just like we would with a double crochet. So you have 3 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. And so now we have this front post double crochet around the single crochet rather than into the stitch. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets in the chain space. And we're going to do a front post double crochet around the next single crochet. So yarn over, insert from front to back underneath the stitch, come up the other side from back to front, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And again, that makes our double crochet go around the stitch itself rather than into the top of the stitch. So this is what we're going to repeat all the way down the row. I'll show you one more time. So we'll do 2 double crochets into this chain space, 1 and 2. And then at the next single crochet, we're going to do a front post double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go from front to back, and then come up on the other side of the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So repeat that all the way down and then meet me back at the end. Okay, when you get to the end of the row, you should have done a front post double crochet, 2 double crochets around the chain. We're going to end with a double crochet. We're going to end with a double crochet into the single crochet from the row before, just into the top of it like a normal double crochet. Then we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn. And for this row, we're just going to do 1 double crochet in the top of the one single crochet into the top of the double crochet that we just did. We're going to mark that stitch. We're going to chain 2. We're going to skip 2 stitches and we're going to do a single crochet in the third. That should be into the top of the front post double crochet from the last round. And that's what we're going to repeat all the way across. So chain 2, skip 2 stitches, single crochet in the third. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches, single crochet in the third. We'll do that all the way across, and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, so we just finished by doing a single crochet and then chain 2. So we should skip 2 stitches and then we'll do a single crochet in the top of the chain 3 from the last round. So we'll do a single crochet. Okay, then we're going to chain 3. Mark the top of that chain 3 with your stitch marker. And turn the work. From here, we are going to repeat the previous pattern that we did with our front post double crochets. So we're going to do 2 double crochets into the first chain space. So 1, 2, and then we are going to do a front post double crochet around the single crochet. So remember, we yarn over, we go from front to back around this single crochet, up from back to front, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets in the next chain space here. And then we're going to do a front post double crochet around this single crochet. So yarn over, go down behind the single crochet, come up around it, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. 2 double crochets in the chain space. 1, 2. Front post double crochet, so we're going down and around this single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. 2 double crochets in the chain space. Front post double crochet around the single crochet from the previous row. And we're just going to continue this all the way down until we get to the end. So I will meet you back when you get there. When you get to the end of this row, you're going to have done a front post double crochet. You'll do 2 double crochets in the last chain space. And then in the last stitch of the row, you're just going to do a regular double crochet. That is going to end this color, so you can go ahead and snip your yarn. And then make sure that you count your stitches because you should have 181 stitches. And that wraps up this round. So go ahead and meet me back at the next video for our next stitch and our next color.